start where they finish at. I was running, I was supposed to make it. I'm the one that gets the closing statements. It's something more, inspiration. But it's nothing cause I'm good to take it. Really hoping that you lose. I'm really hoping that you choose. That I'm teaching like in school. That I'm really about to use. I'm a fighter. I am everything you feel. Ask your questions. I'm the answer. I'm the whispers in your ear. When the light starts flashing for you.
We are live at the CompuBox Academy. The time is now as we get set for what should be an incredible matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. Amir King Khan weighed in at 155 pounds. He's 5 foot 8 inches tall with a reach of 71 inches. And his opponent, it's Conor the Destroyer Ben. He's 160 pounds even. He stands 5 foot 8 inches tall with a reach of 68.1 inches.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Amir Khan, one of the finest fighters Britain's ever produced. Olympic silver medalist in 2004, multi-time world champion, fighting out of Bolton, UK. The Destroyer, Conor Ben, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
You can hardly hear yourself speak. The fans are going mad for this.
This bout is scheduled for 8.
And this one has all. And that's the opening bell, round one. The straight right just misses. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. Blocks that left hook. Perfect counter shot. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the fans of the...
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. And a big shot rattles his cage. Conor Ben right now. Will he go down? And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wait up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
What a punch. That hook is parried away. He left his chin exposed and he got caught. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. And there's the bell for round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move, you hit and you don't get hit.
It's a flat for the fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off, make the ring small. Put them on the back foot, put them under pressure.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Unlucky to miss with that jab. It doesn't always pay to be first. It pays to be last. Nice job blocking the hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about confidence. There's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just missing with the uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. Catch and shoot. Nice job by him to block that jab. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. A perfect counter lands. It bombs away. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I see.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than nothing.
And that big shot just rattled his cage. Ben has no idea where he is right now. No, we don't see a knockdown.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he's over to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Tried to score with the uppercut. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Khan in that last round. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until their senses have come back.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Not a lot of punch out, but thought there might be more action here. They drop their guard, they get caught. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They block that jab. So much for boxing. This is a fight. The build up to this fight, Johnny. And down he goes. What an upset this could be as Khan is down. And it's a one-hitter quitter. What a knockout shot. Let's take another look.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Listen to me. Are you okay?
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Khan. This is the beginning of round 6. Try to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to...
He knew his chin would get tested in this fight, and it failed him miserably.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You can only take so much, and this guy wants no more. So they will throw in the towel. The corner has stopped it. They won't be happy about that, but c'est la vie.
won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. Compliments on my accomplishments are only possible due to your involvement, volume, level, and confidence. The consequences stimulating your consciousness, activating the cognitive structures. I think all you mother and opposites still play a vital role in my conquering. The combination of confrontation and pondering. Occupation is populating the conference with conversation, no astonishment, consuming the comments and then vomiting up the Vonnegut. Hey. Ominous as a monster is underneath your posturepedic, possibly in the closet. It's a necropolis, scary how I'm optimistically obstinate. Ain't no domino in my dominance when I'm dropping this. Janis Joplin droplets, it sound like the apocalypse mixed with Christopher Wallace's topics on top of obelisks. It's a kabbalist novelist inside of my esophagus. Rhyme is priming is optimist and tastes like chocolate cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the cake. I've won many things I've done, but this one here, this one takes the K.
There's nothing quite like a fight at the Empire Fight Camp. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And introducing first, it's Clarissa Shields, one of the greatest to ever do it. She's 5'8" with a reach of 68.1 inches. And she'll be facing Franchon Cruz-Dezurn, 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 1. Introducing first, Clarissa Shields, the greatest woman fighter of all time, or so she says. Hard to argue when you look at the heavy-hitting diva fighting out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Just take note, look at the reach. Look how much they're giving away in this fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, and ladies and gentlemen, here is the 2-time gold medalist from Flint, Michigan, a 3-weight division world champion, and an undisputed women's 154-pound champion of the world, Clarissa Shields. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Baltimore, Maryland, introducing the undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, known as the heavy-hitting diva, Franchon Cruz-Dezurn.
Usually you don't need a weather report for a boxing match, but we certainly... And that's the opening bell, round 1. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. That hook buzzed her. Who did more work in the gym? That's what it might come down to, considering how hot and humid it is today.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
These two fighters are made for one another. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
When are we gonna see a jab from these two? Left uppercut. Nice defense with that jab. That uppercut to the body. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about shields in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Good counter punch. No rest for the weary. Halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Which one of these athletes is going to say I can't take it anymore? Good job defending the jab. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about shields in that last round. Well, things certainly aren't going her way. She's been on the back foot. She's got to turn the tables.
That's a terrible round.
On to the third. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
She blocks the jab. She scores with that counter. Nice counter shot. Good-looking hook, but it was blocked. Nice counter shot. They block the uppercut. Nice exchanges from both women in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That hook is parried away. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Both want a knockout, you can tell. A perfect counter land. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk talk about Shields in that last round. Well, let's see what the corner has to say. She needs some sort of... Here we go to the fourth round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Won't score with that right uppercut. Good defense to block the hook. Caution being thrown to the wind. Good counter shot by her. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then...
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Clarissa Shields is in trouble. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. It has not been going well for her, and you can see the corner is starting to get a little more animated. They've got to inspire. On to the fifth we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. Clarissa Shields just got clipped. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
No rest for the weary. Nope, that hook won't score. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Here we go in the 6th round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
One punch could change everything in this battle. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you've hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. He blocks that right hook. They exchange punches. They block the left there. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. Well, this fight is not going to plan for her. And there's the bell for round 7. That last round was a debacle. Let's see if she can get things righted here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Nice defense on that hook. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Failing to score with that right hook. Good defense stopping that jab. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Do you believe what we're seeing? Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Shields in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to...
Go back out there.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink them. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket them.
Nice idea with the hook, but that's blocked. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Some bruising, heavy shot. So much bruising. Will the referee stop this fight?
Okay, are you all right? Are you okay?
So the referee says fight on. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
Unanimous. You know what? Smart that is. A total change of styles to make sure they got it. At every round in the bag, there was no argument, no discussion, no mistake. It was so obvious.
My castle of sand, waiting on the battle, so a handle all in my hand. The war forces more toward my door with demands more important than the fortune that you poured in my pan. From freestyling to recording advance, can you please reinforce all my borders and bands? I should have put it towards some plans. Want a forest, gotta water some plants. Normally ignoring the branch is par for the course, but when you hold a culture you can't parkour over a part. You gotta march forth over your art. And for your fans, when you corner, gotta shorten your stance. Lessen your tails, Philly shell, don't orbit a dance. You hit a bell, then report to the band and do whatever that the chorus commands. And for the grand, talented all along. Think with fortresses made of stone, with just palaces made out of.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. What else can you say about this guy? Let's just cut right to the numbers. 147 pounds, 5'11", reach 72.4 inches. And he'll be facing the one and only Josh Taylor. Is going to go in as a welterweight, 143 pounds. He's 5'8" tall with a reach of nearly 70 inches.
There is no joke about this. Someone is going to get hurt, the other is going to get embarrassed. Let's make sure they measure up well.
Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor, one of the best fighters in the history of the United Kingdom and certainly out of Scotland, the undisputed light welterweight champion of the world.
Oh, pure bad blood.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, a boxing sensation from Scotland, a hard-hitting, undisputed 140-pound champion of the world, Josh the Tartan Tornado Taylor.
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Close the door, close the curtain.
And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Digging into the rib cage now. Nice right hook. One of the hottest tickets around. It's standing room only for this, our main event.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like...
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Scoring hook. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round.
That's his round.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gut. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You still want to fight?
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
He's got to waste time. Get step behind the referee. When he comes close, tie him up. The referee's then got to paw you. Walk around the ring. He's going to get momentum and pull him down again. And that's a lot of points to lose in the round.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or it's a bit of a mousetrap.
And he scores with the counter. Find a home for that jab. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Someone's whip. Hold that thought. Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Robinson in that last round.
Focus on what you do.
On to the third. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Perfect counter shot. Defense is not an option for these two. Right uppercut just off target. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Missing with the hook. Nice stop, but that won't score. Away. He just can't land that punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that lap. Back at it in round 4. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to...
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather.
We wondered how good his chin was, but no one's chin's standing up to that shot.
Even I've got to see...
1, 2, 3, 4.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
He's got the advantage halfway through the round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Good-looking hook, but it was blocked. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Robinson. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
They're both trying for a knockout. When you're a power power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
They won't give us a second to catch our breath. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice defense on that right hook. The right hook just missed. Does well to block that left jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Relax. Chin off, and you're starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and start sticking a few body shots in there. Vary it up a little bit.
There's the bell to start round 6. There's a counter shot. He blocks that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Leave it here.
The referee deems they can continue, but this might be a big mistake.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. They've been knocked down twice. The corner might be thinking about stopping it here.
Unbelievable heart. Knocked down twice.
Good round. I like that. I'm happy. Just the same again.
You've completely switched off. Get your mind back on the job.
The jab's working nice. Those 1-2 straight down the middle.
Better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together. You done all that work in camp. You gotta get out there and switch on.
Just keep smart. You were smart, you weren't loading up.
Through camp, and now you're gonna go back out there and lose the match?
Don't forget the jab, and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on it.
Come on, you're switching off. You got complacent? This fight's not over yet.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Something has got to change after 2 knockdowns in the last round.
I have no idea what they have left. How do you come back from something like that? Not on twice? Where's your head at? Where's your energy levels at? It tells you you've got nothing left.
You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one punch. Did you see that? Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Robinson goes to the canvas. Let's see that again.
I've got to see that again.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.